Dundee is a remote community located almost 150 kilometres from Darwin. The region's residents are spread out over an area of about 100 square kilometres, which encompasses the communities of Dundee Downs, Dundee Beach and Dundee Forest. The area has experienced huge growth, with its population increasing by about 25% in just 2 years.
It was originally set up for more or less weekender use. Darwinians really love their recreational fishing and outdoor activities, and so they thought they'd sell off the land and give it, for people for weekend use. But what happened or evolved over the years is that it's actually become a thriving community.
The increase in services, and particularly with the school and the power on the roads, we're getting more people who commute to Darwin for work. We also have quite a number of people who are in mining industries that are working on fly-in, fly-out basis that have a couple of weeks in Dundee and then head off back to wherever they work.
This population boom has highlighted the need to establish greater community services. And in response, local people, in partnership with the Dundee Progress Association, established a first aid service to provide emergency healthcare when community members become sick or injured. However, a lack of funding hampered the development of the first aid posts, but a conversation between neighbours over a cold drink has gone a long way to solve that problem.
My next door neighbour at Dundee, I actually am a landowner down there, he happens to be the chairman of the Progress Association there, and we're sitting having a few drinks one night and we're saying how we could support each other, and it was really good that we could support them in the way that we have over the years.
We saw the bank as a valuable adjunct to the rural community and decided as a Progress Association that we would take our banking business to the bank. The other side of that is the bank has been very supportive of the association.
Dundee Downs is approximately an hour and a half away from here in a very remote place. They don't have too many opportunities for community support. The Progress Association approached our branch to support them in building a first aid post out there near the beach, and we've certainly come in for their support.
Now the Dundee community has access to 2 first aid posts, which are manned by trained volunteers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In an emergency, every second counts, and the healthcare provided has already proved life-saving.
We would cover anything from pulling out a fish hook to a common cold, and then up to snake bites, heart attacks. That's probably the most serious things we've had is heart attacks. We've had quad bike accidents, we've had care flight come in quite a few times to pick people up, and we also, now that we've got our vehicle, which we only got in 2008, we can transport people in to meet the ambulance halfway now, or into town if there isn't an ambulance available.
The Coolalinga and District's Community Bank branch has donated $1,000 to the service and has assisted it to secure medical supplies, purchasing a spinal board to help those with back and neck injuries and a defibrillator which has successfully revived a heart attack victim.
They're the things that the bank has supported us with that have put us ahead in our planning to be able to develop this first aid post. Without that, we would still be fundraising to get those things that the bank has provided to us.
The service has also seen many local residents return home early from the nearest hospital, which is up to a 3 hours drive away.
The community uses it not only as a first aid post, but it also becomes used for people that are discharged from hospital on the basis that they have dressings changed on a regular basis. Now, somebody that that lives this far from Darwin is not in a position to be able to travel backwards and forwards to Darwin Hospital every day to have dressings changed. Our people here can undertake to do that, which allows the person to be discharged from hospital, and they're happier because they're at home. The hospital has a spare bed and the government's saving money, so it's win all round.
Patronage of the service is growing in line with the population, and the community is now looking to secure government support to establish a permanent medical centre in Dundee.
Over the years, the community's certainly grown. We probably would have only had about 60 patients for the year when I first started, but now we get well over 100, maybe 200 a year. We can have a patient every day for up to a week, and then we might not have any for a few days, but at least once every second day we have a patient.
What we'd like to see from the point of view of the first aid service that we provide out here is a permanent clinic established by the government. At the moment, our first aid service is run by volunteers. Our fundraising supports that service. We believe that in the next few years that the community will be of a size to support a proper clinic with medical services and provision for visiting practitioners, whether they be doctors or dentists or ancillary services, and that service will be located on government land in some sort of a government service hub in the area.
And the Community Bank branch has pledged to do what it can to support the community's objectives.
And there's going to be more major projects, I assume, in the pipeline there at Dundee, and we'd be happy to work along with them and try and get help them achieve their goals.
In return, the community is choosing to do business with the Community Bank branch to ensure its locally owned and operated company makes enough profit to support local initiatives.
Support from the Coolalinga Community Bank branch has been fantastic. They're one of our biggest sponsors and we're really thankful for their help.
We've seen the patronage of customers increase over the last couple of months, and I think that is word of mouth, and that's certainly getting our story out there, making sure that people understand what community banking is all about.